Since the start of the pandemic a year ago, animal rescues have seen an increase in people fostering pets. They hope it's one of the changes that is here to stay. Animal welfare groups knew they would no longer be able to safely have their volunteers come into the shelters every day. Fundraising to keep the rescues running was another challenge. So groups like the Best Friends Animal Society, which works with shelters across Georgia, started the uncertain task of working to get animals into foster homes and holding virtual adoptions.
Virtual adoption, the foster-based programming, and really involving the community more in life-saving, rather than thinking about our work as a standalone thing.
So many factors intersected here: working from home, events being canceled, kids learning virtually at home, all meant more time at home to care for a pet. So it's a win-win because it's been a lonely time for so many, and animals are such a great companion.
Within 1 week, we had over 1,100 animals in foster homes or adopted out, which was just amazing.
Lifeline Animal Project saw a 59% increase in animals going into foster homes in 2020. That was based on its 2 county shelters, a private shelter, and several low-cost clinics in Atlanta. With that community support, they launched a group called Human Animal Support Services. The rate of adoptions from the animals in the shelters was higher, according to 24/7 Pet Watch. And interesting, despite all the challenges with the economy, fewer people surrendered their pets this year than the year before.